America is in a financial literacy crisis.
Anyone can get rich fast as long as you're willing to make no money for a long period of time while you work to get good enough to get rich fast.
Top 5 mistakes to avoid on your way to becoming a millionaire.
Do you know the 3 financial milestones everyone needs to achieve to become a millionaire? No? Well, don't worry, I got you.
The Global Financial Literacy Excellence Center found that the average American scored only 48% on a financial literacy test. 48%. There's no doubt about it. We're failing. But what if it's because the education system is failing us? My name is Noa Salas Adam. I'm a sophomore at Stuyvesant High School in Manhattan and a student reporter with the Miseducation Podcast. New York City is the financial capital of the world, but we aren't prepared to live in it. The New York State Education Department doesn't require that high schools teach financial literacy. If you don't learn about taxes, budgeting, or loans at home, you're pretty much on your own. So what is financial literacy? Simply put, it's knowing how to manage your money. These skills are essential, especially now. Inflation is driving up the cost of living, food, rent, and college isn't cheap either. What if we were taught how to manage these expenses at school?
So right now, New York is a state that currently does not have a personal finance graduation requirement. What they do have is they have a unit in their economics curriculum that covers personal finance, and economics is a core class that students need to pass in order to get a diploma. And so, to my understanding, as of right now, the only personal finance that students will see before they graduate is going to be one single unit in an economics course.
That's David Peng, a math teacher at my school. He also teaches a personal finance course that he developed. But that's just at one school. And it's a specialized school, so it requires a test for admission and has more resources. So even though all students in New York City are required to take an economics class, most graduate without ever learning these money management skills. So who does get taught how to manage money, invest it, and build credit? It's not equal, it's not random, and it's definitely not fair. Those who learn these skills from their parents have a leg up. Though financial literacy education can't fix systemic poverty, learning how to manage money in school is a good place to start. Think about it like this.
You have to have a driver's license to drive a car, and you have to have that education in order to be able to be on the roads and to be out in the community, driving a vehicle or what have you. We are allowing our youth to enter into a very complex financial world without related education.
That's Ashley Leftwich, the CEO of Rock the Street Wall Street, a nonprofit that partners with high schools worldwide to get personal finance and investing education to girls. Right now, without a mandated personal finance class, many of us are driving without a license. The consequences? Without financial literacy, we'll be making decisions in the dark. Not paying credit cards leads to debt, which leads to poor credit score, which makes it hard to take out a loan, which makes it almost impossible to buy a home.
The earlier that you have that core piece of education, the better decisions that you can make for yourself currently and for your future self.
We know financial literacy education makes a difference. The Investor Education Foundation found that those with higher financial literacy spent less of their income, about 35%, compared to those with lower financial literacy, who spent 53%. And as we reach adulthood, it'll be about more than savings. The problem is, most of us aren't taught about taxes, budgeting, or how to build our credit scores. In fact, New York is lagging behind other states when it comes to this education. Currently, 28 states mandate a personal finance class in order to graduate high school. 2 require that a class be offered. In New York, we just mandate that personal finance is incorporated into other classes. The nation's report card on financial literacy gave New York a D. Their main reason? We don't mandate a standalone personal finance course. But it's not like New York hasn't tried anything when it comes to personal finance education. In 2023, Mayor Eric Adams signed Intro 54A into law.
Financial literacy is a foundational skill for our young people. Far too many of our kids are being left behind.
The bill mandates financial education in department youth and development programs. That's great, but it's just not enough. Many kids are still being left behind. The way to close this gap in education is to mandate it where every kid goes, and that's school.
Okay, we're getting this education at school, and it's all like about your average English math class and everything, but then like step out into the real world and then you actually have to like pay taxes, pay bills, and then you're doing all this stuff and you're paying someone else to do it for you when like maybe you could have just learned how to do it yourself in school as well.
Most people agree that financial literacy is important, but some think that we'll forget these lessons if we learn them as teens. Students do tend to forget, but that's when we're memorizing facts. With real-life examples, these lessons will feel more relevant. I mean, we're making money decisions right now, understanding taxes, comparing prices, managing bank accounts, and thinking about student loans. Mr. Peng teaches his students to tackle these situations through application.
I didn't want to give tests because in the real world, you're not given an assessment of your knowledge. More recently, I've given projects where they're planning a spring break trip, right? They're for my budgeting unit.
The best way to close the gap in financial literacy education is to mandate it. Full stop. Personal finance can't just be a footnote in economics class.
But I've seen what a single semester course can do, and I think all schools should try to implement something similar to that.
Here's what we need to do. First, curriculum. The Council of Economic Education has outlined a standard curriculum that's a great model for New York City. It includes 6 units: earning income, spending, saving, investing, managing credit, and managing risk. Second, qualified teachers. In Minnesota, personal finance teachers need a license in a related field like business, social studies, or math. That means every school in the country already has qualified teachers, and professional development can also help ensure that teachers are prepared to teach this class. Personal finance and economics education are both essential, and they both need the time. New York State should add 1 semester of personal finance on top of the current 1 semester of economics that's required. North Carolina mandates a full-year course in economics and personal finance, like a 2-in-1. The nation's report card on financial literacy gives them an A. We can certainly follow this model, just with 2 half-credit courses. In the financial capital of the world and the home of the nation's largest school system, the need for a mandated personal finance course is clear. This is about us. We won't be able to opt out of financial decisions in the real world. So, what can we do now? Check the show notes for easy ways to contact your local representatives. There, you'll also find a petition to mandate financial literacy courses in New York State. Every student deserves to be confident in their financial future. The best way to make that happen is through education in schools right now.